right here is the famous voodoo dolls of Africa. It's believed in Africa that spirits actually get inside of these haystacks, and apparently the haystack starts moving, dancing, running, and doing all of these weird things on its own, and there's literally nobody inside it. Well, recently, iShowSpeed, one of the famous streamers, he apparently visited this place. He apparently got the chance to visit this place and take a look at what's actually inside it, and whether or not if there's an actual human that's controlling whatever is inside it, that's sitting inside it and probably controlling it. And this right here is the clip. Look at this stuff. As you can see, there is literally no one in here. No one's sitting inside, and this thing is, it just keeps moving. That's the craziest part. How does this work? I mean, he's surprised. I get it. I get the reaction. So apparently this thing just keeps moving. It dances. It moves around. Does some very weird things. So it basically goes on and asks those people that he wants to see what's inside, and apparently it just opens up and it shows them that there's literally no one. Now this clip right here
is hailed as one of the most mysterious dances in the world and is a unique African ritual.
Look at that. There's literally no one inside.
Held annually on January 10th. In the dance, bundles of straw seem to move on their own, as if guided by an unseen force.
Wow.
Locals believe that it is not controlled by a person, but rather by spirits from their beliefs, which adds to the allure and mystery of the Kumpo dance.
I mean, look at the movement of this thing, man. That's so freaking demonic. There's no way there's a person inside that's controlling this stuff. I just saw a latest documentary about this thing from this very famous YouTuber who goes by the name Joe Hattab. Now, he actually did a documentary about this whole thing where he goes into this village and tries to take part in this ritual kind of a function that goes on in Africa. And he requests them in order to open this thing and show him what's actually inside so that he can see what's inside, who's controlling it, and what's going on and all that stuff, you know? So take a look at this footage right here.
They say she's the only one who can open it.
She gonna open it?
So apparently there's this woman right here. She's the only one who can open it. And look at that stuff, man. There's literally nothing inside.
It's empty now.
It's completely empty. Literally empty. There is no electronic devices or whatsoever. It's completely empty. He makes sure that he's checking it.
Collecting tips.
And it also collects money.
They'll put it back now.
There's also another crazy footage where it seems like a dude just starts flying in the sky. Look at that stuff. He's literally levitating in the sky. I have no idea what the hell is going on and how these things work, but it's extremely demonic, man. And apparently it's said that, you know, some of these things are controlled by the spirits. And there are also people that literally do take part in these voodoo stuff, and they do practice these things. They channel the spirits. I think there was this woman who was spotted in a Super Bowl where she was actually trying to, where she was actually trying to do this black magic on one of the players, you know, the number 15. Look at that stuff. So this is what people literally do. They do black magic on people, and that's just insane. I think the only way that we can actually stay away from these stuff and not get affected is only if we are covered by the blood of Christ. And if you're praying every day and if you have those prayers, you're always safe. You know, there's nothing that's way more powerful than God himself. So there's nothing more powerful than prayers. So if you're someone that does pray, then it's definitely going to keep you safe, of course. But these things do actually exist. Now, in the beginning, I was not ready to believe these things. I always thought that there could be someone inside of this stuff. But now I've just realized, take a look at this footage right here. There's another clip. This one's one of the most craziest ones. Just take a look at this clip right here. It literally jumps over him and does this thing. That's just crazy. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's standing straight up, dude. I honestly don't know how to believe this stuff. Could there be any sort of logic behind it? If you guys know, please let me know in the comments down below, because it definitely looks very impossible to do it, but at the same time, we don't know what kind of technologies and stuff they might be using. There's always some things, you know, some techniques that they could use. And, you know, these people say that they basically drink this alcohol and spit on the spirit, you know, the doll thing, and then they cover it and it just starts moving on its own.
In Africa, there is a lot of witchcraft. I say that the macumba here in Brazil is weak. The sorcerers of Brazil are weak. The sorcerers of Brazil in Africa are, as we would say in Brazilian Portuguese, casquinha. We in Africa, I've had situations of spiritual attacks where you see people turn into dogs.
What?
People turn into cats. People turn into snakes. So we have already lived experiences where literally you saw death, you see death. I was sleeping at home and literally saw on top of me a giant choking me on the neck.
That's crazy.
And other very strong situations. That's why in Africa, the people who understand about the spiritual world value the spiritual world and understand the implications of the spiritual world down here, because there are many things that we do down here that have implications in the spiritual world. And I noticed that we sometimes, especially here in Brazil, ignore this a lot. The spiritual world is very real, and there are impactful experiences. I've been in situations where I was praying for a girl and she was making snake gestures.
I genuinely think that we should stay away from these things. And if you are someone that's been, you know, trying out these voodoo stuff, stay completely away from it. This is so demonic. It's completely against God, and the things that we've seen so far, man, it's really mesmerizing. I don't know what to say about it. Honestly, I don't know if it's even real or fake. It kind of just seems like, you know, there could be someone inside it, but then again, they're opening it, showing it to the people. There's literally no one. I also saw this documentary where, I don't know if I can show the clip to you guys, but then there is a documentary out there, and it has like an entire video clip where they take this little kid and they fold him up in like these straws and they bury him under the ground alive, basically. So it's happening all while the kid is alive, and then they even end up burning him. You know, the kid is being burned. And when that happens, these African people, they believe that the kid is going to come back alive. And then they just leave the body in there. And apparently when these things starts dancing, the straws and stuff, these spirits, they even speak. And you can actually hear them speak. I really don't want to play those things in this video because I don't know what kind of weird negative energies might carry out through these videos. So I don't want to do that stuff. And I would suggest you guys not to hear their voices and all that stuff. So yeah, stay away from those things. They basically call the name of this kid to come back alive, and the kid just comes back alive. And there's like a whole video clip of this stuff as well. And that's just insane. And it's very real that there is spiritual world. There definitely is. A lot of people who say or think that there is no spiritual world, you're definitely wrong. There is spiritual world, and the things that we do in this world does definitely matter. And it's going to carry on to the afterlife, and which is why we all need God, which is why we all need Christ. And that's why Christ died for us on the cross. And we need to always keep this in mind and make sure that we dedicate our life to Christ. So this way, we basically understand the difference between this world and spiritual world, and we know that this is real. So that was one of the main reasons as to why I wanted to go ahead and cover this topic, because a lot of people do struggle in order to like know whether or not if there's a spiritual world or not, and if these things are real. And now recently, you know, since iShowSpeed kind of did this live stream episode where I kind of just documented this whole thing, he went in there, shared his experience, he saw that there's literally no one inside and all that stuff. And when this happened, this whole voodoo thing started going viral all among the internet. And that's why I wanted to go ahead and cover this topic, because I saw this for the very first time and I was super surprised. I wanted to go ahead, dig deep into this stuff and figure out what really happens with these voodoo stuff. And it turns out that these things are very, very demonic. Go ahead, share this video with your friends, family, and people you love and whatever, you know. Let them know what's going on around the world, because that's what we cover on this channel. And the best part about YouTube is that it's completely free of cost. You can subscribe for free. So make sure to go ahead and do it. Turn the notifications on so that you guys don't stay back on any episodes of the Wood Show podcast. So this way you can always stay updated. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about this voodoo stuff? I'm really curious to know your opinions. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.
If all the